Letter A. We will start from the third line. Make a tail, take it to the first line, turn, bring it back to the third line. Take it to the second line, make a loop and bring it out and touch it to the second line. Letter B. We will start from the first line, bring it down to the third line, make a loop, take it to the first line. We'll make 2 half circles, one from the first to second line, other from second to third line. Letter C. We will start from the third line, make a tail, take it to the first line, bring it back to the third line, turn and stop. Letter D. We will start from the first line, bring it to the third line, make a loop, take it to the first line, turn, take it inside and bring the loop out through the second line. Letter E. We will start from the second line, take it to the first line, make a loop, bring it to the second line, make a half circle and bring it to the third line.
Good morning, children. You have already learned cursive capital letters from A to E in your prior class. Before starting with the next letter, I want to tell you all that for cursive writing, you should remember 2 things. Firstly, you should not lift your pencil while writing the letter. And secondly, you have to do more and more practice, then only you will be perfect. Now children, I am going to start with the letter F. You have to take your pencil and start your work. Now, for letter F, you will start with a little wave, touching the first line, then coming down, a little turn, and then you will make a line. Again I am going to repeat, children. Just look, a little wave, just as you make in a flag, na? Then you will come down, a little turn, and then cut the stomach like this. Now after F, it comes G. For G, you have to start from the third line. Third line, you will make a loop like this, touching the first line, coming down, touching the third line, turn, and then again come down. You have to cut it and touch the second line. Now again, children, concentrate on the letter. See, how will you write? A little loop from the third line, going up, touching the first line, coming straight, then turn, touching the second line, again coming down, then you will cut it and touch the second line. Then it comes H. For H, what you will do? You will start from the second line. Second line, a small tail going up, touching the first line, coming down, a little bit turn, and then again one more line you will make like this, and a small loop. Make it like this, and coming out and touching the second line. Again, I am going to repeat it. A small tail starting from the second line, going up, coming down, touching the third line, a little turn, and then again another line you will make for H. You will make a loop coming out, touching the second line. Now after H, you will make I. For I, children, you have to make a sleeping line from right to left. Right to left like this, then a slant going up, and then again coming down, touching the second line, straight line, and then a little bit turn. Again, sleeping line, going up, coming down, and then a little bit turn. Then you will make J. For J, what you have to do, you have to start from the third line. I and J are a little bit similar. I, we are writing in the 3 lines, but for J, you have to write in the 4 lines. What you will do? Right to left, sleeping line, going up, touching the red line, again come down, touching the last red line, 4th line, and then cut it and touching the second line. Again, you will start from the third line, sleeping line, going up, coming down, and you will cut it and touching the second line.
To write the letter K, you have to start from the second line to the first line. Now come to the third line, make a tail. Again go back to the second line, make a slanting line towards line 1. Then come back to the second line and make a slanting line and a curl. L. You have to write letter L. Curl. Loop. Come to the third line. Again make a loop and a curl. Now letter M. You have to start from the second line. Make a small curve. Come to the third line. Go back, repeat the line and don't lift your pencil. Make a curve. Come back to the third line. Go back to the first line. Again make a curve. Come to the third line and a tail. Now N. Start from the second line. Make a small curve like M. Come to the third line. Again go back to the first line. Make a curve and a tail. Now O. Make a big tail from third line. Go upward. Make a circle and cut system from the second line. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your class. Thank you.
Good morning, children. As we all have learned capital cursive letters from A to O in our prior classes, today we are going to begin with a few more letters. We will start with letter P. To write letter P, we will begin from the first line, come down, turn, go up to the first line, make 1/2 circle and join. I would repeat, to start letter P, we will start from the first line, come down, turn, go up and make 1/2 circle, join. Letter Q, we will start from the third line, make a slanting line, go up and turn. Now without lifting your pencil, bring it down to the third line. Turn and go back again to the first line. Now we will take out a tail from the third line. This is letter Q. I would repeat, we will start from the third line. Take a slanting tail to the first line. Bring it back to the third line. Go up and join. Take out a tail from the third line. This is letter Q. Letter R. We will begin from the first line. Come down, turn, go up, make one half circle and bring a tail to the third line. Again, start from the first line, come down, turn, go up, make one half circle and take a tail outside to the third line. Letter S. We will start from the third line, take out a tail, go up to the first line, make a loop between the first and the second line, come back, join, without lifting your pencil, take out a tail. Again, we will start from the third line, go up to the first line, make a loop between the first and the second line, bring it back to the third line, join and take a tail outside. Letter T. We will start from the first line, make a curve, bring it down to the third line and take a tail. Again, we will begin from the first line, make a curve, bring it down to the third line and take a tail outside.
Letter U. Start from the second line, take it to the first line, bring it down to the third line, turn, take it back to the first line, bring it down to the third line, make a tail. Letter V. Start from the second line, take it to the first line, bring down to the third line, again take it back to the first line, make a loop to the first line. Letter W. Start from the second line, take it to the first line, turn, bring it down to the third line, turn, take it back to the first line, bring it down to the third line, turn, take it back to the first line, make a loop to the first line. Letter X. We start from the third line, take it back to the first line, bring it down with a curve to the third line, again take it back to the first line, bring it down with a curve to the third line. Letter Y. Start from the second line, take it to the first line, turn, bring it down to the third line, turn, take it to the first line, bring it down to the fourth line, cut the line, make a loop and take it back to the second line. Now for letter Z, we'll take another page. Letter Z. We'll start from the third line, take it to the first line, turn, bring it down to the third line, again take it to the second line, bring it down to the fourth line, make a loop, take it to the second line.